Hi, Justin.
Hi, Ditto.
What do we? Well, that's the Great Bard. Clearly, I know who that is.
That's William Shakespeare, and he's been sucked into hell, much like Johnny Gat and Kinzie Kensington in Saints Row 4 got out of hell.
Can I ask what Shakespeare did that got him there? Because it seems like he I don't know, made some pretty good contributions to the art, in general.
I think it was just not clean living.
You think it's
the best
dirty,
I get?
dirty
Vice.
living. Okay.
Vice.
I guess I'll get you there, won't it?
Yeah. So, Saints Row 4th, Kinzie and Johnny Gat have to go rescue your character from Saints Row 4th.
The president of the United States of America.
President of the United States, High Emperor, whatever. So he gets sucked into hell because Satan wants him to marry his daughter because he's so bad. And so you come to hell, and the basic structure is there are these activities you have to do, basically side missions, as we saw in previous Saints Row games. You have to do enough of those to piss Satan off enough that he comes to fight you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can also, there's a little bit of structure for these missions because you can win over these underworld dwellers like Bill Shakespeare and
Bill, is that where you guys are at?
Buds.
Okay.
Attila the Hun. No, that's not a real one. Vlad the Impaler. There it is.
I was gonna say Attila the Hun. I get. Bill Shakespeare's still not sold on. Vlad the Impaler. Yes, totally. You don't get to impale people and go to heaven. You just don't.
So you have to do, some a little bit of killing to impress the person, and then Shakespeare is going to give us a power. You unlock the powers by visiting these people and doing this little bit of garbage from.
Mechanically similar to Saints Row 4, where you got superpower. It was Saints Row 3 with superpowers.
Saints Row, right? The difference here being that, smaller difference that the telekinesis power has been replaced by a summon.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And yes, you can summon towers and imps and big titan type guys to fight for you. So there's no telekinesis. There's that. And the other big thing is which we're going to be seeing here in just a hot second. You can see a little bit of it there. Are wings. You now have wings. So the last sort of superpower you didn't get. I switched to Johnny Gat here. You can switch between the two at will. You have full-on flight through New Hades, which is a new environment.
That's pretty sweet. We actually played a little bit of this last night with the co-op that's in the game, and that is pretty rad. I guess I just assume Saints Row 4, you were so enormously powerful. I guess I just assumed that you could fly. I mean, you could jump super duper high.
Right, you might as well, and then you can dash midair and that kind of thing. There are these spires. This is one of the little side activities you can do to piss Satan off. You just hop down, rip the spire's heart out, and then it won't shoot missiles at you while you're flying around. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah. It's weird, right? Because the main crux of the game is the mayhem missions and the fraud, the insurance fraud missions are still in the game with slight tweaks.
Yeah, slight differences, but not really so different. And there's still a ton of collectibles. I mean, my big gripe with it was that there aren't really missions to speak of, right? It's really you goof around in hell until you make the devil so mad that he comes to fight you. I mean, that's really the whole thing.
Is that such a bad thing though? Because I feel like Saints Row, especially the later ones, are sort of known for the zany activities you can do. And I mean, I don't think about.
I mean, there are activities and they're zany, but the thing about Saints Row that is sort of it keeps raising the bar, on the insanity. Wow, this is just getting crazier and crazier.
There's no climbing a missile to Aerosmith moment.
There's not. I mean, there's one moment where there's sort of a musical number that was spoiled completely, completely put on the web by marketing. So there's not much to get. It took me a while to find this chair, so there's an edit there. But I found this chair, and then I accidentally grabbed this guy, and it triggered one of the best bugs in recent memory.
It's good that we need.
That's right.
Yeah.
Lowrider Johnny Gat.
Just sort of chilling,
cruising around town,
just tiptoeing in his Jordans.
Just sliding on around. Now you can see he's kind of riding a pistol, sort of there.
Is he? I don't see it.
Between his feet, there's a pistol.
Oh yeah, that's
kind of just rolling.
This isn't. I feel like we should say this isn't just Justin being mean, pointing out the one bug that happened. I ran into a few
Yeah.
in the time that we played co-op last night. Like
There's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of that jank. Good. Look at that jank.
almost the entire time that we played, your character.
I tried to switch. That gave me like I thought that would help, but now he's just kind of riding a rocket launcher around.
Almost the entire time we played yesterday, your character didn't. I didn't see your character move. It moved around, but he didn't animate. So he just sort of basically did what you're doing right there. So maybe that's
right.
Just sort of.
I managed just barely to stunt off of the little roof I was trapped on. So
nice.
now I'm cruising.
Yeah.
Right now I'm free. I'm the freewheeling Bob Dylan.
Can you fire your crotch rocket?
No. No. No.
Because that would be game of the year 2015 guaranteed.
Here he goes.
If that functionality.
Now he's out on the town.
Okay.
Watch out, ladies.
Wow,
Here comes Johnny Gat.
You really went for a long time with this, huh?
Okay, but then I did it right, and I got a weapon that you're going to see in a second. This is one of the new sort of activities, where you take 2 control points and then you fight a big guy.
Okay.
Let's check out that new weapon. When I did
that's
that
pretty great
side mission right. Here we go.
Oh, and you lost it.
Well, it kind of vanishes, but we'll see it again here after I grab the control point. These guys are shooting me. It makes it hard, but sometimes they just don't. I don't know. Oh, see, I almost had it. I decided I'm going to deal with these guys old school.
That's pretty good. Hey, I mean, it seems like there's like a ton of new content in this.
I mean, there is. It's really like there's new content, but it's not like I can't imagine. The problem is, okay, so one of the problems is you get insanely overpowered. You get this, your stomp move can like kill everything on the screen. You can upgrade your rocket launcher to have unlimited ammunition. And once you've done that, like a lot of these side missions just become absolutely rote.
That was a problem I had with Saints Row 4, is I feel like it also had that power. Is it worse here?
Well, it's worse because the side activities are the only thing, right? So it's like, to give you some perspective, it took me about half the side activities to anger Satan enough, which took 4 hours. And then with another hour, I finished the other half of the side activities, which is really just like literally walking from thing to thing, blowing everything to hell with my rocket launcher, moving on to the next thing. Some of you can't cheese like that. Like there's the insurance fraud isn't affected by powers, and there's some racing you can do with your wings that aren't.
That's actually pretty great. I like that a lot.
Yeah, those are cool. I mean, it's like it's fun, but it's not. I mean, it doesn't have the sort of like cohesiveness. There's a lot of stuff missing. Also, there's no character customization. There's no radio. There's no, like I said, missions really to speak of. So, it's kind of weird. If you're looking to just like, if you want to mess around more in Saints Row and you really missed flying, it's fine, but it doesn't. It feels a little insubstantial, I guess.
Do you think that's a result of the fact that it's sort of one of those expansions that's hard to quantify? Like it is standalone, but it's not a new game. It's something
standalone in functionality, but like it is not standalone in terms of like if you didn't play Saints Row 4, like I think that this is going to be pretty weird. There are a ton of Saints Row 4 and Saints Row series references. It's kind of that classic Saints Row thing of thinking other people remember the other Saints Row games as well as Volition does.
Right.
So it's like, oh, that character, like the first character you meet is Dane Vogel, who was the bad guy in Saints Row 2. You remember in 2008? Remember that hit character from 7 years ago?
Right around the time of the first Obama's first election. Do you remember that? Where were you? That's I don't.
So I mean, and there's a lot of stuff like this guy. What's this guy doing? I can turn him to stone with blast. Blast even the same powers have like new elements. So like blast can turn people to stone now, and you do additional damage, which doesn't make much sense to me. But blast can turn people to stone and do additional damage. I'm just kind of like hitting this guy with my rocket launcher. There's some cool weapons. There's that represent like the
seven deadly sins. Yeah.
So this is sloth, obviously. There's a frosting gun that represents gluttony. There's a gun that shoots money that represents greed, that kind of thing.
That's pretty cool.
There's a sword, I think, for wrath, if memory serves. But it's fine. It's just like without that string tying it together I mean, they tried with Shakespeare and people like that, but it's really not enough to make you feel like you're playing a cohesive
Right, but like where
thing.
can they go from Saints Row 4? It seems like this is like their attempt to like out crazy Saints Row 4.
I mean, that's not my problem. Like, it just doesn't. It does. It's funny and it's kind of weird, and but it just doesn't have like, I don't know. It doesn't have the fun of Saints Row that I've come to expect. But it's fine if you're looking for more Saints Row stuff. It's fine, and there's a cool ending here. Watch this. Get ready for that logo.
Here comes the logo. Thanks for watching. Here it comes. Boom.